Welcome back to the Purple Chair podcast, the podcast by youth for youth on how we end FGM and gender-based violence. I'm your host, Bassmala al-Bushari, and today we have a deeply important and empowering episode centered around healing together for female genital mutilation, FGM survivors. What is healing together? Healing together is allowing the survivors to have a better life, better quality of life through our support, the advocates, the community, and the decision makers, or everyone around the community. So Healing Together for FGM survivors offers a safe space for sharing experiences and receiving emotional support. It empowers survivors to break the silence and stigma, raising awareness about FGM harmful effects within their communities. By creating a supportive community, it works towards ending the practice and promoting gender equality. Additionally, it positively impacts families and communities by dispelling myths, fostering open dialogue, and addressing the impact of FGM. As an activist, I grew up in a household where women were empowering. My mother was an activist since 2003, and seeing her advocating against FGM and gender-based violence allowed me to shape my future as an activist with End FGM European Network and amplifying my voice even louder. That's why I strongly believe that having a voice is important and using it properly to end this harmful practice. Joining us is my beautiful mother, Fathiya al-Bushari, who has inspired many women, including me. And she will share her journey as a End FGM activist.
My name is Fathiya al-Bushari. I work with many organizations preventing and fighting against FGM in Sudan. We start to do something for the survivor healing together. We work with this survivor to give them area so they can feel comfortable to talk about FGM, and so we can help them emotionally and physically help, because the people there, they can't talk about FGM as a cultural issue, and this affects the survivor to talk about what they feel. They can't see therapy, go to the therapy, talking therapy or hospital, because this is against the culture. So they suffer from the pain from FGM, at the same time suffer from emotional stuff. At the same time, they live in a darkness of this pain and this harmful practice.
Thank you so much. So when it comes to healing together, how can community and advocates and ambassadors help the FGM survivors?
There is many association in Sudan work to help people. One of them they call Women Empowerment Association in Ahfad University, and there is another association dealing with religious leaders, so they can help people, because when they come to religious stuff, so, the people can listen more. These people, they help and work with the university. And from here, I thank Ahfad University people, because they open these opportunities for women, and they give them a subject to study like 3 years, and it's free, because they know these people suffering from financially, they suffer. They give them this chance to study, so they feel they are advocate, and they contribute to this association, and make them feel like FGM is a bad thing happening in their life, but at the same time is a good destiny. To give them this chance to do something with the people. And the other thing about FGM in Sudan, because related to the culture, and the girl, sometimes they can't say no to these harmful practices, because they think the social can refuse them because they don't have this FGM. For I think when we talk about healing together, we need to give awareness is the first thing, to make these girls know what happened to them is real bad, but because they have like brainwashed by the society. So the awareness, I think, is the key. So we can give them chance to talk about what they feel. At the same time, they can be positive advocate to help other people.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then when you're saying about raising awareness, what activities or what resources can you use?
Yeah, from my experience, we had like workshop,
Yeah.
seminars, leaflet. We work with women, men, children. At the same time, we go to the university so we can talk to the youth, men,
Yeah.
because the men have thing to do with this FGM in Sudan, because the women think this is something to make the girl capable for marriage. So we need to talk to the young people, the men, to know how they think about it. And this help us a lot because the men can say something about this to the girls.
Yeah.
So they make them feel what they are doing is not make them capable for marriage. We play that role. The other thing, resources, sometimes we deal with religious leaders, as I told you.
Yeah.
So these religious people, they can help a lot because the people that country is religious country. So the people can listen and obey because they think this is something related to God. And
yeah, there's a lot of barriers and cultural, harmful practices that happen, and they always associate it with either religion or either what is the culture's about.
Yeah.
Have you seen, through your advocacy, have you seen a change when it's coming to healing together as a community and working with the FGM survivors?
Yeah, there is, because these people, they suffer from something.
Yeah.
When you give them new activities, they feel like they are in competition between themselves and between the dreams, because always they think they have a problem, like healthy problem. As you know, FGM, there is one of the bad results in giving birth.
Yeah.
At the same time, blood loss and threatening, real threatening life.
Yeah.
So they feel, these girls, they feel they are not normal when they compare themselves, not in the social, because all the communities do it, when they compare themselves with other people seeing in social media, or they feel they are not, there is something not right.
Yeah.
So when we give this chance, they build confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
And they feel they are useful, they can do something.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's really good that we have to give also the FGM survivors the platform in positions, for example, as advocates or as ambassadors.
Yeah.
Can you discuss any challenges that survivors of FGM could face when it comes to dealing together?
The problem, because it's a secretive issue.
Yeah.
And even the area this could happen is just shame to talk about in that culture. And some people, they can feel the pain, but they hide it. They can't talk about it. So I think we need to give these people, to make them feel confidence first.
Yeah.
To make them feel confidence, we need to show them videos, or telling them some stories, so this can encourage them to say what they have inside.
Yeah, definitely. And I think also another thing you can from your advocate role was, the workshops and seminars that you have done. So can you talk more about what you have done specifically to empower others?
Yeah, so the problem with our workshop and seminars, we need to go through the leaders, because the men control everything, especially in the village. We need to have permission from the leaders. After that, if we persuade them, they can help us to have our seminar or workshop.
Yeah, definitely.
So we practice a lot to be like very humble and obeying that people. Like, don't show them you are educated and you have like a strong mind, just to deal like normal weak women in that village. We wear the same clothes, we eat the same thing with them. So after we talk to these leaders and give us permission, we can talk about FGM, but we can't talk like extremely honest.
Yeah. So basically trying to reach or hold of FGM survivors is challenging to approach them.
It's really challenge because we can't do it without men. The men should give us permission to talk to the wife or the daughters, the sisters. So they control everything. I think there is challenge, but I think there is something happen now, 2020. Because
Yeah.
in 2020 there is a new law, and this law,
Was that in Sudan then?
in Sudan, this
Yeah.
law make FGM is a criminal offense
Yeah.
for the first time in Sudan.
Exactly. So that's a positive change. That's what we hope to see in all the countries, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully.
That because this is the aim is to prevent FGM
Yeah,
and to try to prevent it everywhere.
yeah,
So having laws like that in place and for every other country, that would be amazing.
yeah.
So what do you think, or what do you see in the future when it comes to healing together and preventing FGM?
Yeah, in the future, I think the situation will be better because now the people can learn a lot from social media. There is open area for people to know. There is a problem like in the UK. It's really hard to do it because there is 5, 10 years in the prison if the people do it. So I think from this adverts and these social medias and the information everywhere, the people can think and can read now because the information everywhere as well. The second thing, I think the situation will be better because the girl now, they can talk.
Yeah.
There is a freedom of talking now, not
Yeah.
like before. And even the culture changing now because in Sudan, now the girl can talk about FGM is bad, like negative effect in the base or blood, lost. But we can't talk about there is effect in sexual desire. Like this is now the people can talk about it in my country, even the young. So I think the social is change. All the community start to change because now there is the social media, as I told you, and it's freedom. And yeah, the women have education now.
Yeah, that's exactly what we aim to do. What advice would you give to youth ambassadors or young people in order to have more positive impact regarding healing together for FGM survivors?
When I see the young people like you, because they have ability to talk, they have resources, they have ability to travel from place to place, easy for them. At the same time, they can, for us, we have, until now, we have like traditional stuff. It stop us to say everything in front of people, like especially men. For you, yeah, people in your age, they can go and talk very honest, and they can make people to listen to them. Yeah, I think you have a lot to do, and you can talk to the young people as well, because there is the young girls, one day they're gonna be a mother. So you can effect on them, you can have effect on them to stop them doing it again.
That's a really good point you said there, because we also need to look at the future of these girls and what impact would that have in their children as well in the future. So as you said, like they're going to be mothers. How can we break the silence of providing the support for FGM survivors? So trying to, yes, we approach them, we give them all the awareness, but how can we allow them to talk and open up to us, to trust us, and to allow us to help them?
I think one of the things to bring survivor, like a strong survivor, talk about the issue in front of them, so they encourage them to talk. And the other thing about, as they say, the videos and stories, this can help people to do it. At the same time, we need, when we have like workshop or seminars, we need to pay people. We need to pay them. When we pay them, they feel this is like job. And can do it without emotional stuff.
Exactly. Have you, when it comes to healing together for the survivors, how do you see medical staff or healthcare being involved in this?
Firstly, we need to help this girl survivor to go for medical, for checking. This is one of the problem as well. They can't go and check in that part of the body. So we need to help them to go and have check. They can have medicine if they have infection or anything. They can have check before they have a child or something. So if they have problems, they need to solve the problem before we go to that stage. The other thing, we need to help them like psychological issue. This is about the marriage. Because most of the problem in Sudan, marriage problem because of FGM. Because the women, they don't have desire, they don't have always they have problem with in their life, their private life, they have a problems. So we need to provide like talking therapy for them. They can express their feelings, their problems, so they can help them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's very important, points that you made there,
Yeah.
because we also need to take care of the survivors and see what emotional, physical, or any support they would like from us.
Yeah.
And that's where advocates like yourself and also ambassadors can also come in. So, in conclusion, healing together is essential for FGM survivors to recover and reclaim their lives. It provides a safe and supportive environment to share their experiences, receive emotional and psychological support, and learn coping mechanisms and strategies. It also empowers survivors to break the silence and stigma around FGM, raising awareness and advocates for the rights and their needs. Therefore, it is essential to support and invest in Healing Together initiatives that promote the well-being and empowerment of FGM survivors. I would like to say a great thank you from my mother, Fathiya Al-Bashari, for joining me in this podcast and to give your insight. Would you like to have a last-minute message to all the listeners with us?
Yeah. I have some messages. One message for the mothers in Sudan. Please don't practice FGM on your children, because these children one day they're gonna be a mother, they're gonna suffer as you suffer before. And I have another message for the men. Please, all of you need to work against FGM. So the women know this FGM is not acceptable by men, so they can work together.
Thank you so much for that message. We, as End FGM Network, we aim to prevent FGM, amplifying our voices and working together to stop FGM. So from us, thank you very much. From me, as a End FGM European Youth Ambassador, I would like to say that we aim to end FGM by engaging with communities and survivors. If you would like to listen more, please follow us on social media and listen to the Purple Chair.